everybody, today I'd like to take you through the Abbey star nut setter. And the star nut setter is designed to work with aluminum or steel steer tubes with a diameter of 1 inch or 1 1/8. And the star nut setter is made up of two main components. We've got a stainless steel driver and an aluminum guide sleeve. Uh, with these two used in conjunction, it's going to help us get that star nut set to the appropriate depth within the steer tube. So get my star nut set onto the driver, and one of the nice things that I think is beneficial to using the star nut setter is the guide sleeve. And the guide sleeve allows for a real quick check prior to going through the process of driving the steer tube in there. And really what I'm talking about checking is with an 1 1/8 steer tube, the fit between the guide sleeve and the steer tube is really, really nice in that if I used a pipe cutter or didn't prepare the end of the steer tube properly, it could be challenged to get that guide sleeve to slide over the steer. Now, got the driver inserted into the guide sleeve, and I'm going to set the guide sleeve onto the steer tube. And I've made this as challenging as possible by just holding this in space and trying not to knock myself in the hand with this hammer. So I'm going to go ahead and start to drive the star nut down into the steer tube. And again, pretty challenging just from how I'm trying to hold things in place here, but that's my own fault. What I've found is a real solid indication for me as I go through an installation on there is once I get the driver to come into contact with the steer tube, I'm going to hear a nice tone change indicating I've made that contact. So once I've got that driven all the way down and the star nut seated all the way, about 13 millimeters below the top of the steer tube, go ahead and get it disassembled on there, and that's the Abbey star nut setter.